Namaskar, friends. I am Sanjay Mansukhani, and I welcome you to the next episode of Secrets of the Law of Attraction. Here we'll be looking at the law of attraction in a bit more depth, and here we'll be looking at the universal mind also, which is present in each one of us and has infinite possibilities, is a source of all energy. We will be looking into that also, and how can we convert, how can we connect to the universal mind to draw out its infinite energy in our life through us outside. So, friends, be ready for a very interesting episode. Welcome to the secrets of law of attraction. So, moving ahead, let me first of all tell you what is our vision. We have a vision of powering business dreams. There are lots and lots of people out there, youngsters and people with experience in business who are struggling at times to achieve their business dreams. Some of them are doing pretty well. So this series of talks is meant for each one of them. Whether you are doing well, you can do better. And if you are not doing well, then you can know how to do better. So in this mission of ours, we are using three primary teachings. One is the Master Key System of Charles F. Hannell from USA. Another is Sankhya Darshan by Kapil Muni. And third is the Yoga Darshan by Rishi Patanjali. Now, all these three systems are classics. Master Key System, they say, has given birth to The Secret, the very popular book on manifestation called The Secret. It draws its knowledge of the law of attraction from the Master Key System. And Sankhya philosophy, Sankhya Darshan, gives the evolution of our creation. How is this whole creation coming about? And what is my role in that creation? And Yoga Sutras, particularly by Patanjali, give us insights into concentration and how that concentration can be used to achieve intuition, insight, and knowledge, and how that knowledge can be converted into power, and how that power can be used to control this whole prakriti, this whole nature to give us what we want to have. What I'm saying are very powerful words. What I'm saying are very, very life transforming words. Now let's go further deep into this. So as I told you at the very beginning, it is all about the law of attraction. Attraction of what? Whatever you think, persistently think, continuously think with the emotion of love, think with the emotion of faith, think with burning desire. Inside your head, in your mind, will actually turn real outside in the world. That is what is law of attraction, my friends. So let us look at our lives. We have various divisions in our life. We have a social identity, we have an economical identity, we have a political identity, we have a religious identity. So these different identities, these different worlds in which we live and we work, they impact us. They impact our relationship with others. So you will find complete diversity in the world outside. No two people have the same face. No two people think alike. No two people may even dress alike. So that is what the material world is all about. But in the spiritual realm, in the deep inside mental world, we all exist together as one entity, as the universal entity. We are all but one. And once when we are able to realize this oneness or union with the whole, magic happens. We attract whatever is needed for our growth. Before I move further on this, I would like to share with all of you here. We have two individual minds, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, the conscious mind comes from the subconscious mind. But where does the subconscious mind come from? The subconscious mind, if though it is individual, comes from the universal mind. So if there are, say, 700 crore people on the planet, all of us have the same universal mind. And if there are, say, 500 crore species on the planet, say insects, fish, trees, whatever you can think of as a living entity, then all of them also have the same universal mind common. Universal mind is common. But if my consciousness, if my awareness, if my attention is in the subconscious mind, I don't see the universal. I see myself as an individual. But if my concentration, if my attention is not either in the conscious mind or in the subconscious mind, but I've been able to take it deeper inside my minds. If I travel deep inside my various minds, then I will reach the third mind, which is the universal mind. Universal mind, once you operate from here, you will find complete oneness. You will have universal brotherhood, universal love, totality, complete integration happening there. Now, when you reach that state, that is an advanced state because now you are no longer an individual entity. You are a universal entity. As big as this universe you see, you are part of it. You are identified with that. You are that. So now what happens is whatever aspiration you may have, whatever dream you may have, whatever ambition you may have, whatever desire you may have, if it is operating from the universal mind, then it automatically picks up all that it needs for its growth. Okay, so let's move further. I'm sure, as the author here says, in its ultimate essence, you all must have felt this. So just listen to my words carefully. In its ultimate essence, energy may be felt by us as an output. We can feel sometimes we are pretty energetic, energetic in our work, energetic in our decision making, energetic in serving society. So, where does this energy come from? This energy comes from the mind and from the will. Where does this will come from? This will comes from the universal mind. Though we are not able to see this energy, it simply flows invisibly outside, transforming lives, transforming people, transforming things. It is a very powerful energy. And this energy is actually the spirit of all this universe. So, what it means is that at the outer level, we have the conscious mind, which is interacting with the world of objects outside. Slightly inside, we have the subconscious mind, which is running the body, which is connecting to further deeper universal mind. And that universal mind at its deepest end is connected to a spiritual power. And that spiritual power drives this whole universe. That spiritual power is the power of all universe. And we can access that spiritual power, the spiritual energy of all the universe. And that is what this episode will tell you more about. Now let's look at the mind for a while. Mind will obey us if we obey the mind. So if you are friendly with the mind will be friendly with you. But if you are an enemy of the mind, if you're trying to force the mind to do things, the mind will also fight back and not do those things. So you must keep in mind that we must befriend our mind, we must be friendly with our mind, we must treat it like a confidant, a team member, and then you will find a lot of things coming into your life. Now let us look at another aspect. As I was telling at the beginning, we see different people with different levels of intelligence. Why? Because this world has taught us, my parents, my school, my college, my workplace, they have taught us that we all are different. We all are individuals. We have our own individual abilities. We have our own individual weaknesses. So that material, those thoughts have been put in our mind from outside. So we must remember, whatever is there inside the mind is what becomes outside of it. So we have to be very, very careful about what we are putting inside our mind. We have to be very careful of the people we listen to, the people we see, the actions we are involved in, the actions we love to see. We have to be very, very choosy. We have to have complete choice over what thoughts should be taken and what thoughts which should not taken. So whenever a thought comes from the world outside, whenever action comes from the world outside, you must ask yourself the question, is this good for me or is it not good for me? Will it help me grow or will it not help me grow? Will it make me move towards my goals in life or will it create a struggle in my life? So, all those which are constructive, positive thoughts and actions that you take inside, and all that which are not meant for you, which are going to cause you harm, which are going to put up obstacles on your path, do not entertain them. Keep them outside, absolutely outside. And the thoughts which you have taken in, give them more attention, give them more power, give them more energy, give them more time so that they grow. They grow inside you, and your goals become easy to reach goals because of their growth with their power inside your mind. I hope you all got this, huh? Okay, so moving further, there is a connection between the individual, which I was speaking about, the conscious and the subconscious mind, and the universal. Universal, that means the universal mind. So this link is an invisible link. We cannot see it. It is a link which connects the finite individual mind with the infinite universal mind. It is a link which connects the seen with the unseen. The outer objects in the world I can see. My brain, my hands, my legs, my body, I can see. But can I see the unseen mind? Can I see the unseen spirit? No. But there is a connection. You can reach out. You can have a link, establish a link between the universal mind, which is infinite, and the subconscious mind, which is finite. And this universal mind also is creative. So the thoughts which you are able to put in through this link, if they reach there, then they will do the highest good for all. But the condition is the thoughts must be pure. They must be thoughts which are selfless. They must be thoughts which are not only talking about your growth, they're talking about the maximum benefit to the maximum number of people. Then you will find them getting manifested in the universal. And then you will find your body, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind will be used as a channel of distribution of that infinite energy within to flow out and transform people, situations, and objects outside. Uh, so remember the invisible link. There is a link which can be established and it can be strengthened and it carries all the power from deep inside to the world outside. Now, we have many beliefs, we have different kinds of beliefs, but only that belief is of value to us, which we have been able to put to test. And it has been demonstrated to be the right belief. And once you demonstrate that a belief is a right belief, then you no longer remains a belief. It matures further, it becomes faith. It acquires unlimited power. It becomes the truth of this universe. So we have to understand that this universal mind of ours, which is inside us, present in each one of us, and is the same universal mind in each one of us. There is no distinction at all, either in the social parameters or in the economical parameters or in the religious parameters. Each one of us on this planet has the same universal mind. But some of us have been able to establish a link from the subconscious mind to that universal mind, and others have not been able to establish that. So we are here to help you establish that link. You may get in touch with us after the end of this video. We have various programs, various ways and means by which you can establish that link between the subconscious and the universal mind. Now, we have seen, it has been well documented in the history of humanity, in the history of mankind, that this universal mind has infinite possibilities and it is the ultimate truth. It will give you all that energy. Infinite energy can flow out from your finite body, provided you have that link between the subconscious and the universal. So, again, the author has brought in his law of attraction. He says the universal mind can manifest itself through the principle of law of attraction. He says in the principle of law of attraction, each atom feels for every other atom. Why? Because they are in the universal mind. So when I reach the state of the universal mind, by going through that link, I will find my thought processes will change. I will no longer be thinking from an individual perspective, but I will be thinking from a collective perspective. And it is just not me as a living being. Even the atomic states there, even the various atoms there, they feel for each other. Such is the state of the universal mind. Now, in that position, if you are able to inject love and faith, then you will find all that you desire being manifested in the world outside for you. Okay? A very important thing. I'm sure all of us want to grow. All of us want to expand. All of us want to become bigger and bigger and better in whatever we do. So, in order to grow, the author says we must know what is essential for growth. How does growth come? So, here he has put the giver's gain principle. When you are giving, you will gain. So, what will we gain? Whatever we give. This is also the law of compensation, which we had done in our last video. And this is also the law of karma, that you get back what you give out. So we must always endeavor to help others as much as we can to grow. That is our intention also. We want each one of you out there to grow as much as you want, because the energy inside you is unlimited. All you need to do is to establish the link and draw the energy out. And then you will find magic happening in your life. So always have the best quality of thoughts inside, so that you have the best quality of manifestation outside for you. It is very, very simple. There is no rocket science to it. Everybody on the planet can follow this. So please do so. Now, the law of attraction, he's again come to it, because that is the crux. The law of attraction is given vitality. Vitality means energy, power, life, by the energy of the thought. Supposing I have 100 rupees with me, and I think 100 rupees is so much for me, too much, then I will find that 100 rupees growing. It will become 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 10,000, as long as I am thinking that this is much for me. So he says, much gathers more, and loss leads to greater loss. What does that mean? Supposing I have the same 100 rupees with me, and I think, oh, this is so less, how will I work? How will I survive? How will I eat? How will I live? Then that 100 rupees in my hand will start diminishing. It will become 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and then 10 and gone. So your thought decides what will happen to you, and your money and your knowledge and your wealth and your stature and your respect. Remember, much gathers more, and loss leads to greater loss. We attract whatever we think. So what is this universal mind? He says the universal mind is static. It is a substance in equilibrium. He's calling it substance. Okay, it's a form of matter. Our Shastras from India, they call the mind as Sukshma Sharir sometimes, and as subtle matter. So he's also stating the same thing. He says the mind is static. The universal mind is static. The universal mind, as per modern psychology, can be called the unconscious mind. So in the unconscious mind, there is no movement. There is static. Now he says, when you think about it, when you bring your conscious mind to the universal mind, which was sleeping, which was unconscious, which has a lot of data, but nobody was accessing that data. When you come there with your conscious mind, you can create any form there. You can create any shape there. You can create any size there. You can create any material there. So he's again highlighting a very important thing. He says we need to be conscious of this power. We have to be conscious of this power and use attention. So you have to be in the conscious mind, you have to put your attention, and you have to be conscious of the power lying within you. And only when you get interested in getting something, we pay attention to that universal mind and we find it getting manifested. So by consciousness, by conscious mind, by paying attention, by knowing that there is deep power inside us, one can access that power and one can use that power and one can create whatever one wants to create in a life. The greater our interest, greater is the attention paid. So how do you increase your attention? How do you increase your concentration? By interest. When you are interested in something, you will find your mind being one-pointed. You will not even sense that the time is shifting, time has moved. There must have been certain occasions in your life when you are doing something with rapt attention, with deep interest, and 2 hours have gone by. So he says attention is important, interest in that attention is important. Greater the attention, greater the action, and greater the reaction. So if you have great degree of attention, you will find greater manifestation happening for you. So here the author is closing this 10th point by saying, so cultivate the power of attention. Cultivate means it's like farming. You put a mango seed and you allow it to grow with support, and then you see a mango tree, and then the tree flowers, and then you have number of trees. So that is cultivation. Growing it slowly, steadily, with consistent support. So he says, cultivate the power of attention. And then what will happen? When you cultivate the power of attention, magic will happen. And it will not happen once. Magic will start happening. Okay, very, very powerful sentence this is. You must read this 2-3 times. So dear friends, we come to the end of the session. I really enjoyed talking to you. I got a bit carried away also with emotion. But let us see what this is all about. This is about something which is very simple, and that is that the world outside will keep on changing, and it will keep on changing through the energy from the universal mind. Now the question is, will it change from your internal energy or will it change because of somebody else's energy? I wish you all the best and hope and pray that you learn how to tap into your universal mind, establish the link between the subconscious mind and the universal mind, and extract all that you wish to extract by living in a world of oneness, by living in a world of truth, by living in a world of integration, forgetting your daily differences of name, identity, economic index, and all those things. Let us live together in a time zone where everything is one and we will be able to prosper to any level. Thank you so much and God bless each one of you, my friends.